That ain't it either. Hold on. Get the power working right here. Have not had time to repair this power cord because it's just very low in priority. But I got to get the power. Oh, there we go. There we go. Don't nobody move. Don't nobody move. We got it. Bam! There you go, baby. How y'all doing today? Ooh, good lord. And I'm sorry, you just gotta deal with the blackface because I'm not messing with the color. I've been trying to get the thing working. I'm darker, but I'm not that dark. Good morning, everybody. I figured I'd do a QA real quick. I had to run on you yesterday. Sometimes you got to run in life. A wise prophet once said, "Know when to hold 'em, know when to fold 'em." Don't get me singing out here in the desert. The coyotes, know when to walk away, know when to run. You never count your sugar when the virus is out killing people because they don't seem to understand that the billionaires ain't here to help. Anyway, there you go. I love the part with the creepy gray watching the guy sleep. Yeah, I don't. I don't. I used to love that hunter till I got here. And I have a skylight that lets all the light in when I sleep. And so the creepy grays, they're all watching me. I'm just going to read comments today because I didn't read any comments yesterday. I don't think I read any comments yesterday. I went 100% full bore narcissist on y'all yesterday. I don't think I read anything. And then somebody snuck up on me. You see, now I'm here. See, my road is over there. Look at that lizard. Isn't that crazy? Y'all can't, can y'all see him? No, y'all can't. Hang on. Oh, well, no, y'all can't see him. He's just walking all over. What is that? Pomegranate? And a castor and the blueberries. He ain't get the lizards don't even give a damn. They ain't worried about me. Anyway, no, he snuck up on me. My road is over there, so I can see somebody sneak up on me today. You supposed to let people know before you come visit. Shoot, I could have been bucket naked. You might have seen a crack of a dusty butt crack. Working. That's the great thing about working by yourself. Those plumber's butt is not a thing. It's not a thing. Anybody know that the lizards don't care nothing about plumber's butt. Good morning. Greenhouse is up. The plastic is up. I just got to dig a little deeper. You can't see this right here to get the geothermal cooling. I was actually going to start to dig the geothermal tunnel right here. Then I paused and I'm just thinking that's better work for machines. So we'll see. Anyway, I said I was going to read comments and I'm going to get out of here. I am marked safe from Bill. You ain't never safe until Bill Gates is in prison, Riley. Ain't nobody safe. I'm sorry. Until Fauci and the rest of these people who are obviously making a whole lot of bullshizzle up with the sugar companies and the pharmaceutical industry and the people who want to drug people instead. What is that? V for Vendetta, the movie that actually where the government created a papyrus to get power from the people. The kings and the lords have been doing that since the beginning of time. They ain't never stopped. Either you understand that or you don't. That's not conspiracy. It's called history. Anyway, nice LLD. What's an LLD, Jimmy? Is that a hat? This hat, oh, this cannot keep it. This is a dollar store hat. I will say it was worth the value. I've been out here 2 weeks and it's falling apart, but damn it, it held up to the full sun. You know the thing I can't figure out? Where the hell are mosquitoes getting water? I couldn't believe it this morning. Something was messing with me this morning. And I just knew it was a fly because that's the only thing that's out here is flies. Damn sure it was a mosquito. I hit it and I found another one. I'm like, what the hell is where y'all getting water at? What the hell is is it a creek or some mud somewhere I don't know about? And it probably is because they smarter than us. They smarter than me anyway. And then while I was putting the plastic on the greenhouse, a damn dragonfly flew by. Say, we did Andrish, where the hell do dragonflies get water in lily pads? In the desert. This is the weirdest desert I've ever been in my life. And it's the only desert for the most part I've ever been in my life. But it's weird. It's just very weird. How are you? I'm Anvish from India. You promised me help for a job. I never promised you a job. Anvish, again, brother, I would never promise you slavery. I'm not a slave master. I used to be. I will never be again. And my name and my title as a slave master was supervisor. And then it was service delivery manager. And I decided that I ain't going to study woe no more. I ain't going to be a slave no more. I decided Harriet Tubman, when she pulled her off-grid move, because y'all understand what I was saying in that post, right? That Harriet Tubman, she was one of the first off-gridders, in known history anyway. She decided she didn't want to be a slave on the grid, so she left her grid plantation to go live off-grid. You understand? Living off-grid? No, so I would never put you on the grid, Ambish. I ain't never paying nothing for nobody no more. It's like the greenhouse, Ambish. I put the joker up, and I was talking to John about it yesterday. Appreciate John so much. Well, I tell you, you can get so much done with 2 people in 2 days. You can do a lot of stuff by yourself, but everything takes a hell of a lot longer. You need a hell of a lot more planning, and you need a hell of a lot more safety and OSHA practices so you don't hurt yourself because you're by yourself. I really appreciate that brother showing up. But right, so why would I put the greenhouse up by myself, Andish? Well, because I ain't gonna pay nobody to do it. One, I ain't got no money. Two, I'm not gonna pay nobody to do it, right? When I'm doing this for people, I'm not doing this for me. I'm trying to help as many people as I can with the skills that I have. And that's not gonna work if you got a carpenter or a greenhouse maker who wants to make a whole lot of money. So, the greenhouse plastic ain't perfect, Shoot, the stuff ain't square. John was like looking at the shed. John was like, hang on, I'm gonna get a picture of it. He had to tilt the camera so it looked like it was straight in the picture. Yeah, I'm not a shed builder. I'm not a builder, people. I'm a gardener. I'm a grower. I'm a lover. That's what I am. But I will do these other things if the people who do these well, the professionals, require income. We should have passed it. We should have evolved past that a long time ago. Got to watch my back. Anyway, looking like Trudeau today. Am I looking like Trudeau? No, Trudeau, is that the Canada dude, right, Riley? That's the dude where I damn near got $1 million worth of lumber on the back of my trailer because Home Depot don't know how to price nothing no more. Everything's super damn expensive. They said in Canada, what they say? They said that they stopped with the lumber. Oh, there's a weevil worm or bug or something. But before that, it was cuckoo virus. We don't want to get people sick. And I'm like, nah, you just got friends in the lumber industry and y'all making millions and billions of dollars driving up prices. So I'm trying to build as much as I can, Riley, from here. The patio, the stone, everything's going to be here, but it's going to be much more beautiful too, because there are fossils everywhere out here. So my patio, the greenhouse floor, all of that stuff ain't coming from damn Home Depot. It's coming from Gerard Depot. But I spent a mint. I'm like hugging that wood. I might sing to it, caressing it. The most expensive wood I bought in my life. Anyway, hey, Christine, good morning from Belgium. I'm not drinking coffee. It's late for coffee. I was going to do an early one. I apologize. Early stream. I couldn't do it because in the desert, you got to get up early. I'm up at 4 o'clock planning. As soon as that sun hits the 5:15, I'm out and I'm working. As soon as I'm sure that the wild hogs and javelinas and the coyotes, it's too hot for them. Now I can see them coming from a distance. Now I get out here and work. So I already drank my coffee. Now I'm guzzling water. All right, we'll do comments. I'm gonna run. Comments, then I'm gonna run. I don't know how long it's gonna take, but comments, then I'm gonna run. I call their bluff and raise all in. Who's bluffy calling, brother Adam? You'd have been happy at the depot yesterday, Adam. Nobody had on a face. Well, every aisle you went in, there were people without face diapers, and when nobody checking them. Down here, it's a different culture. Even the stores that require it, very few people are enforcing this nonsense anymore. First of all, they understand that stuff doesn't work. You're going to get people killed who got sugar disease, people who got cardiovascular disease. They got problems with inflammation and blockage because of sugar, because they're being poisoned by the government and glyphosate. You send those people out with a face diaper and they come in contact with the wrong person, they're going to die. That's number one. That's why it's foul, because those face diapers don't work. You can ask anybody and any of the lawyers who work for OSHA. All right. You work with this thing, you got to have a positive pressure level 3 suit. End of story, period. But it was good. It was good to see a lot of people. Just freedom is starting to ring a little bit. Anyway, I think I see Kamala Harris going to the border. Looking out in the distance. I'm sure you'll see it too. Is she behind me? I ain't turning around. Sorry, Riley. It's not going to happen. Hello, everybody. Barbara Peters, good morning. Whoo, watch out for ex-Yuga. Who? Oh, the cougar. Well, you know what? I'm sure y'all tell me if y'all see him coming, right? Yeah, we'll tell you just before when he's midair, when it's too late. That's all right. That's all right. People like entertainment. It's like, yeah, I'd be entertained. Well, you know why, John? Because they want to see me run around like this. They want to see me, because they know Cougar ain't going to kill me. Cougar ain't going to kill me. That's number one. They understand that. They understand I'm going to get the cougar, but they want to see me roll around in the dirt with it. They want to see my ear go that way, my foot go that way, arm, some blood, scratching and stuff, me screaming, oh, Lord Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh, goodness. See? Entertainment. My chair done broke. Oh, Lord, goodness gracious. Well, I tell you what, It ain't easy being green. My chair done broke. See, then this is the problem. I think I've been out here 2 weeks. I should have an 8-pack by now. That ain't working. I'm going to have to get another chair. Good Lord have mercy. Hang on. Thank you. Shenanigan chair made in China. What the hell? Man, you know what? Somebody could have died with that. Whew, good Lord have mercy. Hydrate, people, hydrate. Look at a China chair. All right, here you go. Oh Lord, look at them moss. See the moss all over the pomegranate? I just watered, and that's what they're after. Now this is the desert dust. You gotta deal with this crap. There we go. Woo! Clean. There you go, Grandma. Nice and clean. Dust your butt off. Y'all see? Look at that Negro with the Daisy Dukes. Oh, y'all see my Daisy Dukes? All right, I'm done. Whew. Oh, that'll be a meme later. Either the Daisy Dukes or the damn chair breaking. But it ain't gonna be no cougar. I ain't rolling around no cougar. That's the problem. And that's the problem with my friends. They don't have no limits. Y'all need limits. Real talk, real talk. I'm not gonna get into any details. I'm just gonna say y'all need limits. You need to understand when to mess with people, when not to mess with people. All right. If I get attacked by a cougar, you gotta wait till I'm out the hospital before the memes come. Like, don't let me be in the hospital like beep, beep, like hand up and cast and beep, beep, just ugly and just grizzled. I beep, my lip is hanging that beep. You know, I lived and everything. Don't start the memes right there. Wait. You don't jump on stuff right away, people. And I do have to apologize for one thing. And you get, oh, there go the dragonfly. Where the hell you getting water, man? Hey, where you getting water from? Yeah, you. Where? Where's the water? Where? The dude, he ain't gonna tell me. I'm convinced animals and bugs, they talk when we're not around, but we're not gonna go through that. Y'all think I'm crazy anyway. Real talk. Leave people alone. All right. Leave people alone. I'm gonna be serious for 2 minutes. Leave people the hell alone. All right. You suck. I suck. Work on you. Don't worry about nobody else. Self-work. If we have not learned anything in the last 4 or 5 years of us doing this, is that you ain't perfect. And if you ain't perfect, shut the hell up. Love yourself. Work on yourself. Everybody is perfect. You ain't. Work on you. Self-work. Don't worry about nobody else. But, ain't no buts about it. Take your butt, wipe your butt, keep it clean. Like Grandma said, don't put no butts in the conversation. All you got to do is focus on you. Get you straight. You suck. I love you, but you suck. You do. I suck. I know you suck because I suck. I got work to do. I ain't got time to work on Adam and Riley and Christine and Barbara and Jonathan and Jasmine and Lynn. You ain't got nothing to say about them people. Look in your own damn mirror. Fix your own damn self. Self-work, or you have no idea what consciousness is about. All right, done with that. Not saying nothing else on that. Work on yourself. Know when to mess with people. The chair meme, go ahead. I'm good with it. Let's do it. You're right. Somebody will make me think, who's the one I went to Facebook jail for with Harsh? And I put him on the big dude, like, get in my belly with the big bazoomas, the guy. And they thought they was real bazoomas. So they put me in Facebook jail. I'm sure those will come. That's all right. Chairs are supposed to break. That's an old camping chair. This chair, shoot, kids and I used to go camping with this chair. This chair has been around for I don't know how damn long. Shoot, done made it through about 4 or 5 girlfriends, a wife, and some kids. We got good work out of that China chair. Because Americans ain't make no damn chairs no more. Americans don't make nothing no more. People surprised, like, oh, you out there doing it all yourself? Putting up greenhouses and building structures and sheds and dams and reservoirs and ponds and growing food and putting in solar panels and putting in a wind turbine, building your own battery system. Yeah, because Rockefeller life sucks. And that makes me pick up a lot of hobbies. So I know how to do just enough of this stuff so it doesn't blow up on me and I don't die. I know how to do just enough. Get functional, people. Learn a skill, go out and give that skill away. Learn a skill, give it away. That's what we need to do. Hey, I'm out of Facebook jail. I can comment. Hey, Barbara Peters. All right. Well, if you commenting, I'm sure you're gonna go right back in. What's up, Jasmine? How you doing? How is the yurt doing? I'm sure y'all freezing to death up there. It's probably snowing in Vermont. I don't know why it's so damn cold up there. Grand Rising, Lynn. Good morning. Woo, hey, Nicole Sears. You know, this is why people watch live stream because they just waiting for chairs to break, people to fall, cougars to attack. Yo, but real talk, I ain't scared of no damn cougar. Cougar's only 100, well, mountain lion's only 120 pounds. I can deal with that. That's like a big upset baby with razors. Yeah, you're gonna get hurt, but you ain't gonna die as long as you don't let them get the jugular. My concern is baby rattlesnakes. Apparently, the wild hogs are a real problem out here. The javelinas, but they're not as many javelinas as wild hogs, and the occasional coyote. That's about it. It's significantly safer than driving on a Pennsylvania driving in Pennsylvania traffic because people in Pennsylvania and Jersey cannot drive. You don't know. You know what? It's about equally safe. Living with scorpions about equally safe until right after the snow season because they don't repair the damn roads. Government out there, it is. They have artificial scarcity pothole roads. They have no legislation to fix no damn potholes, and they leave it like that till like summertime. Big old massive chasms in the road because it stimulates the economy. Anything for greed, people. Anything for greed. They don't prepare a damn road till it's about 100 degrees, and they get the road crews out and filling up the potholes from 6 months ago. Dangerous. All right, what's that? The York Salem bloodlines. Paris, I didn't believe none of that stuff till I started looking into it, and I realized we in big trouble. There are bloodlines. Paris is not lying. There's some things you can call them whatever you want. You can call them very maniacal people. I don't call them that. I honestly don't think human beings are capable of the things that the psychopathic cult that run this world is capable of. I don't believe human beings are capable of what the Rothschilds have done. I don't believe human beings are capable of what the Rockefellers have done. Like, I think we can start those projects. I think we can get good at making money, buying houses and yachts and cars and things. But when you own like 80% of the world's resources and like children die because they don't have a bowl of rice, at what point do you finally say, you know what, these people are psychopathic. They're not people. They are some sort of demon. They are some sort of Anunnaki. They perhaps might be some reptilians or some aliens. I don't think human beings are capable of the devastation that they're allowing while they're sitting back with billions and trillions in the bank and trying to orchestrate the next controlled slave plantation of a society with a new normal. Anyway, you deserve a new hat. I do, Christine. But hey, that's Patreon. That's up to Patreon, Christine. If you want to see a new hat, we're going to need to see a few more people on Patreon. I tell everybody on Facebook what I'm doing. I show y'all what I'm doing. It's not total embezzlement. It's just the people on Patreon, they're going to know first, and they're going to get a little more of the details than what y'all will. Got a little emotional yesterday. People on the Patreon, they know why, they know what happened. Everybody else, the people who know me might be able to figure it out. Certain dates come around, things happen. You think about good people in your life that ain't in your life no more. And, it kind of gets to you. Anyway. We're going to leave that where that is. You should get a China hat. Do I not look like I should be on the Ho Chi Minh Trail or somewhere out there, Riley? Not China. Closer. I look like, no, I do. Actually, I do. If I can get me that money together, I'm going to get me one of them big, I actually want a sombrero. If I can get because I don't think that the hats on the Ho Chi Minh, I don't think they were big enough. I don't think the hats in there, because they work out in full sun in China. I want me a real big sombrero, like a big one. I'm working on my Spanish, Riley. I've been listening to Spanish music like you would not believe. I hate sounding like I'm a foreigner and I don't know what I'm saying. Gracias. I don't want to sound like that. I want people like, oh, wow, he's been speaking Spanish a little while. He's not an arrogant gringo just moved down here. He actually wants to know the culture and be able to speak. I used to speak Spanish, but I don't date her no more, so I don't speak. Condensation. Oh, yeah, there you go, Olivia. Yeah, and you might be right. The dragonflies and the mosquitoes, because there is condensation. That experiment over there that y'all can't see because you ain't on Patreon with the condensator and a rain barrel. I'm actually going to go try to pick up 4 more rain barrels a day and set them all up as condensation. I don't like the water here. Convince it's pretty brackish. And so, and plus when there's rainwater runoff, I want to put them in the 4 or 5 barrels and just all day long have them creating condensation. An interesting thing, I can't say Olivia. Why is it Olivia? Your name is Thor. Anyway, Mama call you Thor, I call you Thor. Is that overnight, I woke up in the morning and there was more condensation droplets in the morning than there were most mostly throughout the day. So some of my thoughts and theories about condensation at the nighttime here, when the dew point goes up and the humidity goes up and the temperature goes down, that you can create probably more condensation or use that Peltier effect to create more water than you can during the daytime. So we'll see what happens. I'm gonna make more of them. And Vish, he never promised you anything. You keep begging, stop that. Yeah, I don't. I try not to make promises, Christine. Promises are hard to keep, and plus that's too much like slavery. Promising people, I promise. I don't promise nobody nothing. Then I got to stick to it. I like to be a man of my word, Christine. I tell people stuff, and it's like, oh damn it, now I'm my own slave master. I don't do that. I like the word try. I'll try. You know, it's like, oh, well, what I know, yeah, I don't know anything. I'll tell you, I think. This is what I think. This is what makes sense to me. But what do I know? I don't know anything. And I don't want to promise anything anyway. Anyway, I was biting after hearing testimony. Ooh, Fauci, Fouchi, Fauci, gave, putting blame away from him. Lynn, we're in danger because that man is not in prison. That's what we are in danger because we got Homeland Security. We got FBI, CIA, we got police departments and sheriffs. We got all these people who are here to protect us. We got the military, Air Force, Marine, Space Force, and people flying UFOs supposed to be protecting us. And ain't nobody arrest that man. They didn't arrest him for HIV. So we got to do it ourselves. We got to do it ourselves, man. That was my post from yesterday. I mentioned Harriet Tubman. She was an off-gridder. She decided she wanted to be a slave no more, and she left. She saved herself. She was her own hero. We need to be our own heroes. Unfortunately, Homeland Security ain't coming to save us. FEMA ain't coming to save us. The police ain't coming to save us. The FBI. If they were going to save us, if they were going to act on our behalf, they'd already have Bill Gates and these people in prison. They did not. All right. We're going to save ourselves. We all got to be Harriet Tubmans. We got to step out and do what we got to do. All right. Mosquitoes can breed in a few drops of water. That makes sense to me, Jimmy. They found condensation. You know what? It's caves, Jimmy. I bet you it's caves. Walking around this property with Jonathan. Ooh, man, we had fun, Jimmy. I've been doing rock collecting in my spare time since, which is like, 5 minutes each day. We were climbing. Well, we almost went to the top of the cliff, the top of the mountain. And there were caves all over the place. Little places that look like would make nice nooks and crannies, but places where condensation is most likely happening. There's a lizard right there. They don't even care. They don't even care. I wonder what he's thinking about. Y'all can't see him. He's just sitting there like looking at me like, damn, you's black. Why are you here? Who are you talking to? Why are you laughing? When you got here, he probably thinks I'm a chameleon. I got here, I was mocha. Now I'm like charcoal. Like, oh, that's a big lizard. Damn it. But he don't know how to change color. He's supposed to change color with the rocks. He changing color like his cell phone. Maybe he's trying to blend in with his car. All right, he doesn't have a job. How is he supposed to help you? There you go. Ooh, yeah. Well, I do, Riley. I don't say I have a job. Do I have a job? I don't know. Do I have a job, Riley? That's a good question. I mean, because we always have a master. You're never gonna get away from that. Somebody is always mastering. You can quit your job, start your own business. You still gonna have a master. Do I have a job? I do have a job. It's just not for billionaires at the moment. It's not for 30,000 different slave plantations and industries. My job, for the most part right now, are people. Right? I work for the people on Patreon. You're always working for somebody. But I'd rather work for them. Those people got a lot of love in their hearts. I'd rather work for people who send me seeds and they're sending me plants and they're getting ready, helping how they can. They keep me laughing with memes, keeping spirits high. I work all damn day in 96-degree heat. And it's because my spirits are high. I'm always in a good mood. I got good friends. They love me. They look out for me, whether they can do it through jokes or monetary or just support, sharing videos, stuff like that. But we always got a job. We're always working for somebody. I'd rather work for 7 billion human beings, the ecosystem, that dragonfly, the lizard who is getting water, all them moths that are just drinking that water I just put on the pomegranate. I'd rather work for them. I'd rather work for anything other than psychopathic billionaires, industries, black markets called Wall Street, corporate world, all that's got to die, y'all. All of that stuff has got to die. So anyway, I think we always got a job, Riley. I just think that there are jobs we are forced to do because they give us debt at birth. They create slaves at birth by giving babies debt that they don't owe. So they got to go to kindergarten and learn a trade so they can pay back, so they can pay their way to live on a planet they're supposed to be free. So in order to have an ecosystem, they have to serve the few. And the harder they serve the few, the more cotton they pick as lawyers and bankers and politicians, or whoever you get to the top of it, the more ecosystem they get. And that, to me, it defies every law of nature, breaks every rule that we got. Every baby on this planet deserves an ecosystem. The billionaires deserve an ecosystem, but they deserve to be a part of all ecosystems. They don't deserve to own it and dictate to others. So I think everybody's got a job. Mosquito is smarter. Hell yeah, mosquito's smarter. How long have mosquitoes been here, Jasmine? They've been here 100 million, 200, 400 million. They've been here longer than the riverbed over there. Jasmine, I was walking up that riverbed yesterday. Every step I took, I'm stepping on fossils, creatures that are hundreds of thousands of years old, shells and stuff. And some of them were black. They were carbon-like. So, of course, that means they go into the millions. The ancient seabed over there. And was mosquitoes flying around them. I bet you that dragonfly right there, his ancestors were flying around that seashell's ancestors right there. But they've been here a long time. We haven't been here for 5 minutes. We can't figure out we're a part of an ecosystem. Our job is to grow trees, plant seeds, feed each other, help each other, look out for each other, and help this planet to be a better place before we leave. We ain't been here for 5 minutes. We already burned the planet up. The earth is burning and falling apart. People are dying. Babies are starving. And we have nothing to be proud about. I'm sorry, y'all. We don't. We're fools. As a society, we are fools. We continue to let the few dictate an unsociety, uncivilization that put us in conflict with each other, not in camaraderie with each other. So anyway, I won't go through that. If you have mosquitoes and dragonflies, there's water nearby. Well, I think we solved that one, Heaven. I think that was probably condensation somewhere. Is that Skinwalker Ranch? Paul Jones Skinwalker Ranch is too damn close. It's not too far. Damn it, them walkers, they can walk here. And they ain't got no skin. They changed their skins. I try not to think about that. Who's that? Paul Jones? I haven't watched the Alien video. I didn't watch Stephen Greer and all the people. I didn't watch none of that. Area 51, that's not too far away. Nope. I ain't watching it. I need that out of my, when I'm in Pennsylvania, Paul, I watch it. Not out here. Hell no. I met that cowboy. He was like, yeah, you ain't seen a UFO? He's like, oh, don't worry about it. You will. They're all over. Anyway, silly man, I missed you. And all you do is oil soap your hat to keep them many years. Yes. Oh, oil soap the hat. Okay. I think, that's an eye. Okay. I can barely, it's dust all on the screen. Yeah. I would say if it was a quality hat, Miss Tree, it was made quality and it's leather and somebody put it together, somebody grandma and got some stitches and stuff, put that Stinson hat together with a bam, quality. This is not quality. I was at the gas station. It was hot. I looked in the mirror. I was like, oh, good Lord, where's my cell phone? I can't find it. It's running my face. I said, I need a hat. That's what my friends told me for a minute. So I got a cheap hat, threw it on. But it did the job. I'm not convinced the type of hat I want yet. I want something that's funky and eccentric. I want something that says me, which means I got to take a little time before I pick it out. I require laughter as payment. Laughter is probably the highest payment, Riley. Well, I'm not going to say that because I need people on the Patreon. So that's not true. Hell no, that ain't true. Laughter is a nice payment. The highest payment is making sure that the whatever the project is, it's fully funded and resourced. So yeah, let's get the Patreon, people. I'm still posting a couple videos a day out there. Lewis and Clark. Oh man, I got to find out if that asteroid is a meteorite. Is a meteorite. That's a meteorite. Whew, this might be the last video. Might be the last time I come out here and sing and dance to get money to feed people. Like, that's what I do every day. I'm like, yeah. I'm like stepping and fetching, trying to get y'all to send money. Send some seeds. Get involved. Create your own project. Go buy your own land, and share it with people. Yeah, that's what I do every day. Get out here and stepping and fetching. In blackface. I can say that. Shut up. But if that meteorite isn't me, if it's the one that I was looking up, I got to do a few more tests on it. I mean, it's not magnetized, but it has flow lines, like it did come through the atmosphere. It's got a lot of heavy weight to it. Now, none of that mean a damn thing because I don't know nothing about picking at meteorites. It didn't fit in the environment, and it looks an awful lot like a meteorite to me. But if it is, that damn thing worth millions of dollars. You're like, oh, it's worth millions of dollars. We're gonna go rob him. I wouldn't do that if I was you. I may have brown skin, but I believe in the Second Amendment. And I grew up in Washington, D.C. And the police taught me that the police chief lives right down the street from me. You shoot first, ask questions later. Oh my God, who was that? All right, Lewis and Karak arrived at Hudson Bay Trading Post near Portland and Vancouver, and the doc told them go to the barn and wash before he would get them into the house. Yeah, well, okay. I ain't going to nobody's house right now, Jimmy. No, it's too hot out here. In fact, I'm about to end this in a minute because the sun is out, and when that sun comes out, all kind of scents come out of people. Is that hat? Well, yeah, this is a crappy hat, but it did the job. That looks like Castro. Oh, does it? Okay. I don't even know what Castro looks like. I barely know Castro. He was South America, Mexico, something like that, right? If you need a clown for your community, I'm here. We always need clowns, Riley. You whistle while you work. You get you some old slave Negroes. Swing low, sweet, or you just get somebody that's got jokes. Because it doesn't feel like jokes if you're having fun. I think Jonathan found that out yesterday, hopefully. We had fun. We worked hard. It was in hot sun. Wind was blowing, desert, but we were making jokes, having fun, good conversation. It's not work when you're enjoying it. Well, no, that's a lie. It's still work, but it doesn't feel like, it didn't feel as bad. Gotta have jokes. Desert, good morning, desert flower. Marie, the desert's so beautiful. Flowers pop up everywhere. I know y'all can't see it. I couldn't see if I was you. You almost have to be here. One day the flowers, there's nothing. It's just a thorn. Next day, it's like this big, beautiful yellow flower, or it's a pink one or purple one. And they just keep popping. The ocotillos. Jonathan was telling me when they start blooming, they're greening themselves up. Not all of them have leaves. And so when I first got here, everything was brown, just a bunch of sticks. And like they said, you look like you're on Mars, Gerard. I'm like, yeah, but every day it's looking greener and greener and greener. Plus the stuff that I'm planting is getting greener and greener and greener. My state no longer requires the face diaper, Minnesota. And that's a great thing, Lynn, but it's not over. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that they reset adults back to being adults to get to make their own decision as adults. That's not the problem. Or that's not the solution. That's undoing the problem. What you need to do, Lynn Marie, is you need to make sure you take the power from the ignorant people who think they got the right to tell grown adults, some who have cardiovascular disease, some who have lung diseases, some who have interstitial lung diseases, the thing that killed my father, who need every drop of oxygen they can get. Some people who got cancer need every drop of oxygen they can get. And in the idea that you can be a supremacist and a privileged politician and dictate to people who need help with their health what they have to do to go in a store and buy rice. So it ain't over, Lynn. All they did with that is they undid a problem they had. The root problem is the idea that they have this ignorant level of power where they get to choose who lives and dies. Ooh, watch your back. Well, that's what you're here for, Jonathan. You spoke. Well, that's what you was here for. With your watch. No, actually, no, Jonathan, you shouldn't be watching a damn thing. You driving. You need to watch the road. Illinois is a trash bag. Don't go there. I've been through Illinois, Riley. I did not stop. I kept going. I'm not going through the details as to why. The only thing the face diaper did is have people create more CO2 in their bodies. Relieves anxiety. Yeah, and change, what is it, the bacteria in your lungs, what the doctor was saying, to change the makeup of the bacteria in your lungs. Yeah, we got a problem with that. Until that power is totally stripped, that's a slave state. I don't think cougars find people very tasty. We're not their food, Sarah Hensley. We're not. When things are abundant. I like how people say that though, Sarah. They're like, yeah, well, we're not sharks' food. That's true. We're not, because we got belts and boots and underwear and swimming trunks. They don't like none of that. Goggles and stuff, math tanks. They don't want to eat that. We're not their food, Sarah. Say, well, we're not spiders' food, and we're not snakes' food, and we're not tigers' food, and we're not, and all of that is true. In the right conditions. In abundant times where those creatures have the things they supposed to eat. Dragonfly, there you go. Dragonfly, you're not my food. I'm a vegetarian and I don't eat anything that has eyes and anuses. However, this desert thing don't work out, Mr. Dragonfly. I know you know where the water is. I'm going to follow you, and I don't eat bugs, but I'm going to follow you and I'm gonna find that condensation, and I'm gonna stop you from drinking it because I'm gonna eat you because you got water in you. I'm gonna put you in some basil. I'm gonna cook you up, and then I'm gonna just lick that condensation in the morning. Same thing with cougars. Y'all hear what I'm saying? In abundant times when they got the food, there's enough rabbits running around here and enough little coyotes and javelinas and things they can grab. I'm not their food. But if it's not, and we in the middle of a drought, and it all around me is all drought and dry, and he can't get in that cave that dragonfly can, and the only drop of water is inside this black skin right here. Not only am I his food, I am his drink as well. So, and I think these are things we knew. We're detached from nature. Nature has to eat, and it's always going to eat like a human being, which is why you shouldn't have politicians that create artificial scarcity laws to create ghettos and barrios and trailer parks and starve people into joining white nationalists and Black Panthers and Bloods and Crips, starving people into survival mode. That's how they run the society. You know the reason why that dragonfly ain't in the Crips right now? Because he knows where the water's at and he knows where his food is at. He's good to go. He ain't got a government. He ain't got a politician. He ain't got no politics. It's like the snakes, rattlesnakes. I got no problem with no rattlesnakes. I love rattlesnakes. Rattlesnakes, the only snake on this planet that will tell you, please get away from me. I'm scared to death of you. They have real defense. They have a real defense pentagon that is real defense. It's literally defensive. It's got that rattle to say, please get away. And if you turn your back, I'm going to run out here and get away. So they avoid conflict at every chance they get. They literally have a Department of Defense in their tail, and they use it as defense. They don't have a Department of Offense pretending to be a Department of Defense. They don't invade people. They don't come and get you and try to eat you. We're truly not their food. They want to get away. They're not monsters. The only monster on this planet is us. We create societies and systems, and we keep them, and we vote for them, and we cheer for them, and we clap for them. And they're never defensive. They're completely 100% offensive, which is the thing that we really need to think about. Because if you live by the sword, you will die by the sword. The only monster on this planet is the human being, because it can eat more than its belly can hold. Back when we could only eat as much as our belly could hold, we'd share the rest of it. Y'all remember that analogy we had? When we lost it when we created banks and money. Before banks and money and coffers, treasure chests, the only thing that you could keep is what you could keep on your belt, put in your stomach. Everything else you had to share. Why would you share that with your neighbor, the other person in your tribe? Because if you gave them your old hatchet might save your life when the cougar grabs you. You work together with people. You could only eat so much. You weren't a monster. You only ate to nourish. Rattlesnakes only eat to nourish. Cougars only eat to nourish. They don't eat any farther beyond that. The minute that we had banks, we no longer had to eat to nourish. We couldn't fit the whole world in our stomach, but now we can fit the entire world in our bank accounts. That's why money has to go away. Money makes man a monster. The only monster on this planet is not a rattlesnake, a cougar, a javelina, a hog. It's the human being, because it's happy to keep a system that allows it to put the entire earth in its stomach, called a bank account. And that's why the world is burning. It's greed. But Gerard, you like crypto. I do like crypto. Do you understand my point on crypto? Sometimes you got to make steps to freedom. Harriet Tubman didn't say, you know what? I hate slavery. I'm going to off-grid. Boop, I'm off-grid. No. She said, you know what? I hate slavery. This is slavery. I need to live off this grid. I'm going to take steps up north. And what did she do? She started taking those steps. And that's what crypto is. That's all it is. You know what? I realized that's the wrong place. That ain't the right place. If she was in Florida, I don't know where she was. I'm going to take steps in the right direction. I'm going to step on Georgia. Why I'm going to step on Georgia? Because I got to go through Georgia to get to South Carolina. And I'm going to get through South Carolina. This ain't it. I'm going to keep going North Carolina. This ain't it. I'm going to keep going North Carolina, Virginia. This ain't it. I'm going to keep stepping. And that's all crypto is, people. Money has to go away, but you got to start taking steps away from these things. Money ain't going to disappear overnight. Barter! People don't even know how to use a screwdriver. How are we going to barter? People can't grow basil. All right. Sometimes you got to make steps in the right direction. That's why I like crypto. It's a step in the right direction, but don't stay. Crypto is Georgia. You leave in Florida slave plantation. Crypto is Georgia. Understand you were still in a bad spot. but you're not in the worst spot. You're not with your master on your slave plantation. You in some bushes in the swamp. You can keep going north. All right, you hear what I'm saying? All right, hi y'all. You look like you were doing an archaeological dig. Half the time I am, Heather, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I was up in that mountain the other day. I was digging, walking through the creeks and stuff, like looking at rocks and stuff. Oh, some music. I could do that all day. Archaeologists, they don't have jobs, Heather. That's a lie. They ain't got no job. They ain't no job. Yeah, archaeology ain't a job. You just looking at pretty things and picking them up and getting the dust off of them so you can write a paper or something. That's not a job. That's enjoying life. Archaeologists, I don't think they're slaves. That's so much fun. What is to me? Anyway, China high-tech chain. I'm not sure what that means, Riley. You too high. You need to low it a little bit. Low. You need to be low. China high-tech chair. Oh, the chair that broke. Yeah. When you was here, earlier, you saw the chair break. Looked like a cougar took a bite out of the top of that hat. It looked like no, I don't know about that. Cougars, they bite a little more than that. He got a little. It'd be some blood or something dripping out there. Pee around the perimeter of your campsite. Hey, mystery. I don't know about that one. Most animals hate humans and will stay away. Used to camp in the desert, and it tried and true remedy to keep the snakes away. Okay, I don't know, mystery. You would know. I don't know. When I think about it, I'm not sure I like the idea of my pee being everywhere. That's number one. I did it once before as a gardener. Try to keep the deer away. It did not keep the deer away. The deer didn't give two damns. They just said, "Oh, you nasty," and they just came right in and ate my tomatoes. I'm convinced the animals here know I'm here. I guarantee you that they know I'm here. I guarantee they can smell me 5-10 miles away. I can smell me 50 feet away. The shower's not done, people. Shut up. Sometimes you got to wash. Sometimes you got to live rough. Shoot. I lived in the damn car for a week. I basically made myself forced homeless to fight homelessness. Right? I'm trying to build homes for people, and I had to make myself homeless, live in the damn car for 7 weeks. Don't ask Jonathan what the inside of my car looks like. He gonna have nightmares for months. I get it cleaned up though. I'm sure they know I'm here, Miss Tree. I'm doing other things. One thing I did do with Jonathan, we went up there and we grabbed some fence posts. We only spent about $20 million to get some fence posts, and we're gonna gate off about maybe I think like 300 by 300 by 300 square area. What was that 3,000 square feet, something like that? Just the area I'm planting, right? It's over 50 acres, but cows got to eat. It's like I was telling the cowboy, and I hope he got it. And I hope he understood, I'm not here to make any waves. I'm not here. He's been bringing his cattle back here for 60 some years. I'm trying to join a community, mystery. But I got to gate off the area so I can get the moringa going. I can get the mesquite going. I got about a dozen different varieties of desert trees I want to get going, get shade so my skin can go back to being its real color, but also gives the cow some shade. And after I get trees and an upper story growing, I'm actually going to plant the things that cows eat. I'm going to plant the things that humans eat, right? The Bureau of Land Management, they're not wrong about a lot of things. They're right about a lot of things. They got those things. They didn't like, we're going to take over because the ranchers don't know what they're doing. No, they've got it from the wisest ranchers that you let the cows eat here and then you let the land rest and then you let the cows eat here, you let the land rest. And actually, this was a cowboy who got that. He was a rancher who understood that. And so, my intent is not to keep his cows off of my land. My intent is to put trees on the land, and I was trying to explain. I was talking to some other ranchers the other day, and I said, well, once you have trees, your cow can sit in the shade. Does a cow need as much water sitting in the shade? I watch these folks, they pull water in here. They haul tons of water all day long. It's their job to make sure that the cows got money. Well, what happens if the cows have shade? What happens if the ground has shade? What happens if you create an upper store? You've got, now you've got smaller trees and bushes that actually store water in things called fruits that the cows can eat. That means you're hauling less water. The cows aren't getting as hot. They're not drinking as much water. You're hauling less food because they got things to eat, and then I would let the cows in that area I fence off, and then I'd fence off another area and I'd grow and cultivate things. And the cows, they're part of the ecosystem. Who the hell am I to buy land, tell the cows they can't eat on here? Right. And then you work with the next one. This is what I think we're supposed to do, Miss Tree. We're supposed to be stewards of the land. And I went through all that to simply say, and it also, it applies to the snakes. You know, it applies to the cougars. It applies to all of that. You know, the rabbits, are the rabbits going to eat my tomatoes and peppers? Hell yeah, they are. Rabbits smarter than I am. I learned that the hard way, boy. I've been growing for a long time. After I finally figured it out, that damn thing is smart enough. I can get most of them. I'm not gonna get all of them. I can grow a lot of tomatoes. I'm not gonna eat all my tomatoes or my lettuce. They're gonna get their pound of flesh. You know, but they're eating from the things that I'm growing. Most of the stuff I'm gonna grow, Miss Tree, that I'm gonna eat, and my friends and family, anyone who moves around here with me or camps out for a while with me, we're gonna be eating out of wallopinis and greenhouses. The things I really love to eat don't grow in dry lands. They grow in tropical places. So the papayas and the oranges and the jackfruits and all of those, you know, things that I want to grow in the environment in the greenhouse. The stuff that I grow out here, it's for the animals that are out here. The only thing that I'm going to grab out here that's not for the animals will be, you know, the rabbit so the cougar can eat, blah, 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 blah. And once again, when everybody has what they need, they're not eating humans. Imagine that. When all the kids in the ghetto have what they need, they're not joining gangs. When all the poor white folks in the trailer parks or wherever, they have what they need, they're not joining the skinheads. I like solutions. And so creating an abundance again in the Garden of Eden. So they'll have the things that they need. The snakes will have plenty of food because there'll be plenty of mice eating the beans. Beans grow in dry lands. That was a long explanation to say that, yeah, you know, and so, but you're right. And I'm agreeing with your point though, but you do have to limit, you know, coming out of scarce times, people are still going to be a little violent. Coming out of scarce, abundant droughts, the animals are still looking at me like, yeah, man, you might grow that stuff for me, but right now, you the most delicious thing that's growing in here, and you're juicy too. So I need a perimeter around me. That's called the Second Amendment, and it's also called $20 million worth of fence posts to section off 30 feet from Home Depot. Lumber prices are ridiculous. Anyway, let's grab a couple more comments and I'm gonna go. They found that if you build a pyramid, everything surrounding it will be lush and green. They are testing this theory near you. Yes, they are, Lynn. And in fact, they're green in the desert, not too far from here. They actually have walls on swale. They've done mounds on swale, not too far from here. They know what green in the desert is. Somebody does. So people are doing it. The pyramids, they're just big aquifers, like all rocks are, all mountains are. They're just aquifers. They hold water. Rocks hold water, and if you know how to utilize it, then you can use it. Pick yourself up, dust yourself off, start all over again. Yeah, but I don't think my butt. Y'all hear that rattlesnake? You hear it? Okay. So he was probably, I guess he was probably on that hill, which is like, I'd say 400 or 500 feet away. I'm fine with him. I got no issue with him. He's letting me know he hears my mouth running. He feels the vibration. He said, hey, dude, listen, you fine right there. I'm over here. As long as you stay over there and I stay over here, ain't nobody got to get bit. Ain't nobody go to the hospital. We all good. That's why I like rattlesnakes. And as long as he's at that distance, I'm good. There's one in this direction that he seems like he keeps coming closer and closer to camp. Now, if he gets too close, I'm gonna have to grab him with the snake tongs and relocate him somewhere else. I'm not interested in killing snakes. People like, that tastes like chicken. I'm vegetarian, but even if I wasn't, that rattlesnake is not my first choice of meal. Shoot, there's a restaurant right down the street. It's delicious. The woman make the best huevos rancheros I tasted in my life. But anyway, learning. And that's a mature rattlesnake because he knows how to use his rattle. That's why you got to be careful of the immature ones, not the mature ones. Anyway, reconnaissance. Yep, you reconnaissance everywhere you go, Riley. Learn the ecosystem, learn nature, learn the community, learn the people, and try to fit in with the ecosystem. Don't try to dominate it. All right, bunch of suckers. Who's a bunch of suckers, Maria? Whew, I'm perfect. Just the way I am, God said. All right, Miss Tree. All right, if you say so. I don't know that. I don't think you believe that because I know you well enough to know you don't believe that. But you are perfect in many ways. Okay, real talk, real talk. You are perfect in enough ways that you are here. But there are other things that we all got to work on top of that. So you are, absolutely. And in my view, you're perfect. Ain't nothing you got to work on from my view. Everything I need to work on is right here in this mirror. All right, I totally effing suck. It's true. Well, we all suck, Jasmine. Ain't nothing wrong with that. That's if we know we're flawed, we can get better. It's like perfect governments. Yeah, like anybody find it weird that politicians don't ever say they made a mistake. It's like, oh, we were wrong. Oh my God, we were wrong. We can't ever do that again. No, if they ever say that, then they gotta get all that money back to Big Pharma. They have to give all that lobbyist money back to glyphosate and the pesticide companies and the people giving people the things, the magnets are sticking to people. You know, they never admit when they're wrong. And the most, that's the weird part to me, Jasmine. Let me go back to that real quick. That's the weird part. See, you wouldn't date a perfect person, would you? Would you marry a perfect woman? Would you marry the perfect? No, I'm perfect. I never make mistakes. I never admit when I'm wrong because I'm never wrong. Okay, so you wouldn't live with somebody that thinks that their poop smells like just fresh jasmine roses and whatever. But you will vote, elect, and cheer and clap and keep them and put a sign in your yard for them to run the world, to orchestrate the society your children got to live in. Perfect people. People don't never make mistakes because they don't want to get the money back. I think it's some common sense. If you wouldn't date and marry the person, then damn sure don't put them in charge of your family. So I don't believe in the whole master-slave relationship no more. I'm done with that. I don't believe in leaders and followers. I think that you need to lead yourself. You know, and that's the biggest place we suck as a society, Jasmine, is we can't seem to figure out we're not slaves, and we keep voting for masters to lead us, and it's insanity. All the birds chirping at 5:30 a.m. Staff meeting. Yep, they have a meeting every day, Vernon. And fly around here and buzzers get together. Are they gonna kill him yet today? The javelinas and the hogs are staying away. They're not hungry enough. They're gonna get them. Then we're gonna get our pound of flesh too. Right now, I joke with that. Ain't nobody getting me. All right, I'm driving to the border. Yeah, Lord have mercy. You know you're not supposed to post that online, Riley. You a little too high. All right, Americans are good at making TikTok videos. They are. This is true. This is true, Leap. That, and there's a place for that in the world. There's a place for that. Mm. All right, I'm gonna have to get out of here. I got work to do today. There is a place for that. There's a place for China chairs too. Time and a place for everything. Learn a skill, give it away. Absolute right. Love your thing. Yes, Leaf does it because that's the only way we're gonna fix the world. You got people like Anvish who need help, and the only reason they need help is because as a society we're bastards. We got to stop living with our indoctrination and go back and live how we're supposed to. Got all emotional yesterday because it was my pop. My pop is one of the main ones who taught me to always look out for people. And I'm not going to go through that because now I get all emotional again. His fig tree was right there. I was watering it yesterday. You know, it set me in that place. You know, but you're supposed to look out for people. Always look out for people. You're supposed to love everybody and mostly love the people who don't love you. Why? Because those are the people who need it the most. And this was a moment my oldest brother said, you know, his moment of wisdom. You know, and I won't go through the details of it, but he mentioned one day, he said, you know, well, that person is hurting you, you know, but have you ever thought that maybe because you're not hurting them, that they're hurting a hell of a lot more than what you are? Think about that. If you are cognizant enough that you're looking at somebody who's hurting you intentionally and you have not been hurting them, there's something broken in them that's not broken in you. Why would you get down on their level and act broken like they are if you're fixed? If you are privileged and you are cognizant enough to know not to act like an a-hole, but they are, don't get down there and act with them. Love people who love you, but really love the people who hate you the most. And I watched that with my pop. So all that goodness didn't come from me. That came from him. I try to mimic him every day. Hey, Marianne, good morning. Paul Jones, sounds like you got a lot of food with the wildlife. Sounds like you got a lot of food with the wildlife. Paul Jones, that's fake news. I'm dying out here. Shoot. I got lots of food, don't get me wrong, but it's not my food. Like this is American food. I'm losing my mind. I mean, my carpal tunnel is good to go. I think I mentioned that to y'all. I mean, I'm good. I can go back to driving the excavator, get that backhoe, get going. But I've been eating like processed food, add hot water, you know, this stuff. And every now and then I'll get some fresh lettuce if I go into town. But my food is not here yet. My food is going to be here with this greenhouse that y'all can't see right here. This is a little one. It's only what is this? 28 by 8. It's just a little one, but it's going to allow me to get all my seeds there. I brought my food in the form of seed, Paul, to get those guys growing, get them seedlings popping up. Then it's going to be a party. Then my body can go back to being the health of what it is. But right now, I'm taking it on the chin. That's what you got to do in life. Sometimes you got to take it on the chin. I'm not going to be an organic vegan, when that's not possible. It's easier to get, food that, at the end of the day, Paul, I was talking to Jonathan about this yesterday. At the end of the day, and I'm beat up, my body's bruised, my hands are dried up from being in the dust, I'm digging, my muscles are sore, the sun is going down. I ain't got nobody cooking me no damn dinner. I got to make my own dinner. I can't say, oh, I'm tired, I'm just going to order out. Ain't nobody delivering a damn thing. Did anybody see anybody back there? Ain't no Domino's pizza. Ain't nobody coming out here. I might place an order one day and just laugh and see what'll happen. Hell no, we don't deliver to you. Are you crazy? Is it even a road where you are? I still got to make my food. So I need quick, simple meals. But there is a lot of food if you're an animal eater. And Paul Jones said it the right way. I eat animals. I just don't eat big animals. I eat animals that got eyes and anuses. They're just microbiologists, very, very small on my lettuce and in the tomatoes and stuff like that. All right. What kind of cowboy country? What is that? Ho Chi Minh? Ho Chi Minh Live have I stumbled onto? I don't know, my letter. You don't like my hat? Is that what you're trying to tell me? You seriously need a good hat to protect your head and your face. This isn't a good hat, Barbara. You don't think so? Heather, I'm working on getting the Patreon. All right, Heather, somebody post my link. Let's get out to I post most stuff out there. All right, 5 minutes. I'm going to get out of here, you guys. Cowboy country camouflage Moses. I had something to say on top of that, my letter. I'm not going to say it. All right, post the everything. That's the best strategy. All right, best strategy for what, Olivia? So what are we talking about? I support your Patreon. I can support myself, live day to day at the moment. I would support your Patreon, and heaven, and that's why I have not shut down Facebook. Right? I don't think people, understand. It's like, look, if you got $7 a month, right? If you can buy a brother a cup of coffee, a little box, a cup of noodle soup, then do it. If you can't, don't. And, if you're so blessed and $14 a month, you can buy. I mean, can you get draws for $14? You can buy me some draws, $14 a month. But if you can't, I still love you, and I'm still gonna give you all the information I have. I'm just over there. They tend to get the information first because they're the ones who are making this happen, right? They're the ones who have that ability in that way. But like I said, once again, I have friends who are sending seeds. I have friends who are sending plants. I need all of that. You can send me some underoos if you want. I mean, do they still make underoos? If you got supplies, you got some old tools that you can't use or whatever, I'm not doing this for me. I'm not asking for money for me. I'm doing this because I think we all need to know how to do this. And somebody, heaven, has got to be stupid enough to go do it they damn self. Somebody's got to be crazy enough to go do it and post the information so other people will know how to do it. And I have a lot of friends who are doing this as well. Some are already on land and some are looking for land now. But we got to go do it and show people that this isn't as hard as what Rockefeller World tells you. Ooh, the sun went down. Look at that. Whew, goodness. The clouds. Thank you, Jesus. The clouds. All right, I can take that off for a moment. Whew, let the air hit the top of your head. So, but we have to go towards a free world, right? To me, this is Harriet Tubmanism, and that's the Harriet Tubman thing I was talking about. Is that when you realize that you live on a slave plantation, you got to off grid. So I appreciate you wanting to, but you support in other ways. You always find good music and you post it and you appreciate it. I'm just saying, the people who feel so blessed, if they think what I'm doing is a good idea, if they want me to do more of it, if they, because I'm doing this is because it's working. It's being supported. When it's not being supported, I can't do this on myself. I can't do this by myself. That's what that's about. So the people who are putting forward the resources, they just tend to get a little more information, a little more humor. If I can use my humor to feed people, I will. I got a China hat. I look like a mushroom with it on. Okay, ain't nothing wrong with that. Mushrooms are delicious, sir. What size hat do you wear? I have no idea, Vern. How do we even? Can you do that? I mean, I got a tape measure, but I want to wrap it around my head. So I got to. It's weird, Vern. I got a little head. The only hats that look good on my head might be something like this, a nice Stetson or something. Ball caps don't look good because my head it swallows the hat, and I look like a little kid. I've never worn a ball cap in my life, not since Civil Air Patrol. I never put never put a hat on my head. There go that sun again. All right, you might get a few drops today. It rains actually more than I thought here, Verna. It just doesn't right, like you said. It's a few drops, literally. She ain't lying. I'm gonna tell you a quick little story, Verna. First time it started raining, I was still staying at the motel. The cloud came over and droplets started coming, and I'm thinking, oh my God, the road's gonna get washed out, craziness and torrential floods and all kind of stuff. Because when it rains in the desert, everything runs. I'm like, hey, get the hell out of here! I threw my tools in the back, boom, started the beast. I'm like trying to get out of here on the road. Droplets on the window. I'm taking a picture, and by the time I got up that 20-mile driveway or 12-mile, it stopped. This is like droplets. It wasn't even enough to wash off the windshield. Yeah, so it does rain. It just until you get to the rainy season, it drops and drops and drops. And then they say, usually every other year you get this massive runoff, which is why I'm putting the dams in. We're building the road to hold the water back so the cows have water to drink, but also I can pull that water and put in rain cistern, stuff like that. But yeah, it just drops. Literally, Verna's not lying. Literal drops. Like you open your mouth, you might get 4 drops in it. And it's just a weird rain, and I'm not used to that, Verna. All right, sending loves and hugs. Hey, Joanna, thank you so much. I love you too, back, sis. Love you. But Last American Vagabond is on. Whiskey Wild. Okay, well, yeah, you got to go with what you resonate with, Heaven. I'm about to get out of here my damn self. Citizens arrest. I got things to do, and it's hot. I need to put the wall back on the back of this greenhouse. I try to turn the laptop. You can maybe see part of it. It changes the power setup. That's why I'm hesitant to do this. It might drop the live stream. So yeah, I put the wiggle wire on this morning. I got the plastic on. I need to shave the plastic, trim it up. The whole back there is going to be an earthen wall. And that's what a wallopini is, using ground temperature to stay cool. So I got to get on that. So that worked out. You're going to find a cat in there. I hope not. Not interested in meeting no cats out here. All the cats out here are bobcats and the cats that would eat me if I weren't paying attention. Help you find your help that lost. See, look at this. Y'all see him? He won't even stop. Damn it. Hey. It's the flies. The flies, and this is why I love the hat too, is it hides the droplets of water. I'm convinced they're going for your sweat. Anyway, help you find your help that you lost at the gas station. Oh yeah, I appreciate that, Bofon. That was the weirdest thing yesterday. I swear I lost Jonathan at that same damn gas station last time he came down. We won't go through that, but he left his phone in my car. So Bofont called him on my phone. So I picked up the phone. I was trying to be Jonathan. My Jonathan accent, it didn't go so well. He didn't believe it at all. But we got lost. All right. You should run the condenser 24/7. And that's the goal, Thor, is to have multiple condensers that run all day, 24 hours out the day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, and measure how much water they're creating, right? That's the goal, right? Efficiency. And that's part of why I'm out here. Like, yeah, well, I'm not going to struggle in the desert. Neither am I. I'm an automation engineer and a gardener. What you're seeing is putting in the foundations of an automated small community full of mostly probably cop houses, maybe little tiny houses, maybe, that you won't be able to see from them 200 feet away because they're all going to be basically mostly subterranean and covered by a forest. But it's going to be an automated community. I'm not here to struggle. I've struggled my entire life in Rockefeller world. Here is going to be an automated solution for everything. This is going to eventually be a retirement. Right now, it's a sweatshop. This is not going to stay that way. Anyway, good morning, Herd. Gerard, you got the same hat, the lone tie. I know. But that's how people know I'm working, Deanna. How else would Patreon people know that I'm working? Like, yeah, I'm putting good money in good places. That boy is working. I agree, Gerard. XOXO. I never knew what XO means, Melissa. I never figured that out. What does it actually mean? Is it laughing? May God continue to bless you. Yeah, God is blessing us all. Melissa Ward, everybody here is blessed. Everybody here, but whatever you call it, God, universe, soul, whatever you want to call it, it's all the creator of this simulation. And if you're here, you're blessed. Hey, Michael, good morning. You have the Jurassic Park ingredients over there. No. But I do like playing an archaeologist. And I was playing archaeologist yesterday, and I think I posted a bunch of the pictures of the fossils I found. There's so many, it's just ridiculous. I haven't found any fish though. I haven't found anything sexy, Heather. I'm finding right now seashells, no eyeballs. Somebody thinks I found an ear. I'm pretty sure that's not an ear, but it's just a seashell that's shaped like an ear. But my friends see weird things in my pictures. Anyway, dragonflies were as big as eagles. Yes, Marianne. We are blessed and thank Jesus. Who's blessed Jesus, God, Lord? Who's that? Who said that? Melissa. And bless Jesus, God, Lord, and all of them and their grandmamas for the fact that we don't live in a time when spiders were 6 feet big, dragonflies were 8 feet big, birds that just come out the sky, pterodactyls grab you and take you away. I mean, we got it bad. You know, damn, we got some dragons and monsters called Rockefellers and Rothschild, Democrats, Republicans, and governments that prey upon us. But damn it, they ain't flying out the sky, not for the most part. I mean, it's pretty sure the drones up there watching us, but you know, for the most part, they're just watching us. I think they're actually scared to do anything to us. But if we were back in those days, woo-wee. All right, last couple comments. I know I said that last couple comments ago. Gerard, hey, have you heard of water gen? It said to darn good of generating water from the air. I probably have, Miss Tree. Part of the reason I'm here is technology. There are at least 4 AWGs, atmospheric water generators, right? And every year, the hardware that they use, every year, the price of that hardware gets cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Their efficiency goes up and up and up. And very soon, there won't be a desert on this planet. Y'all hear that rattlesnake? Way up that hill. He's far enough away. I'm fine with him. He's fine with me at this distance. So part of the reason I'm here is that this actually is not going to be a desert in the future. There won't be any deserts on this planet in the future, which is why the value of land is skyrocketing in places here where it's still cheap, because people have enough foresight in the investment that in the future, there's not going to be such thing as a desert or a wasteland. It's just going to be a place where somebody puts 4 or 5 devices and creates lakes and pools and ponds and starts growing tropical things like there anywhere else. The whole world is being terraformed. We've terraformed the world all the time. We always have and we always will. And now we're just getting better and better and better at it, you know? So yeah, I've heard of a couple. And I'm here with a few devices of my own. Condensation is the easiest way, you know, but you compile that with rainwater recovery, dams, reservoirs, make sure you can haul water if you need to, and start working on your AWGs. But all the 4 methods I'm aware of, they're all actually very easy. You can buy the technology on eBay and experiment with different heat sinks and things depending on what you're doing to develop the most amount of water you can. And turning a desert into a tropical environment, it's just a conversation of water retention, right? All it is beating evaporation, right? If you can beat evaporation and runoff, you won. So if you're making more water than it's evaporating, then you literally have a rainforest anywhere you are. And so we're pretty much right there now. Cuban. Okay. Oh, he's Cuban. That's where Castro is from. Okay. All right. Let me get down to the bottom comments. I gotta go. Oh, good Lord. What the heck is that? Oh, Twitch. Twitch is in the house. That's a weird post. Oh, there go Jackie. I saw Jackie yesterday. Oh, y'all did a good live stream yesterday, Jackie. Shoot, Jackie, you need to go ahead and have your own show. You already got it going. Purple Dragon. And Jill Johnston. I couldn't believe it. 2 of y'all were great. I didn't even know Harsh was there. Y'all did fantastic. Harsh could have went and got a bottle or something, went to sleep. Y'all did fantastic yesterday. I didn't know anything about a lot of that stuff, but I don't deny it ain't real. I was going out with coyotes and fishers this weekend. Should be interesting. Okay. Well, make sure you take something to protect yourself. Protect yourself. You are coyote food. We are coyote food. Coyotes are learning to thrive on us in certain areas. Most areas, I think they just want to pick with us and scare us. But Yeah, they catch you slipping. A pack of coyotes will do what they got to do. Everyone lost their minds when I was joking with about antifreeze. I know, but see, Hunter, you got jokes and people wouldn't, I don't want to get serious, so I'm not going to touch that. But I'm just saying, people, y'all take things a little lighter than what you do. Just take things a little lighter than what you do. Like I think to a degree, Hunter, television and indoctrination, it teaches us to like find the enemy and fight with the enemy, and when you say stuff like that, people are like, oh my God, he hates animals. He would poison cougars, whatever. Hunter wouldn't poison no damn cougar. But people would lose their minds when they hear stuff. Understand that these social media platforms, they are literally playgrounds for childish conversation. This is not an adult platform. You aren't getting any news. You aren't getting any real facts. You aren't getting. This is a child's plaything. Don't take people so seriously, and stop looking for enemies in everybody. Stop looking for problems everywhere. But you got people, Hunter, and I think they still take themselves very, very seriously. And you say those things, and I think then there are other people who get triggered by it. And that's just the way the world is. Everyone's looking for an enemy. It makes people feel good about themselves, Hunter, to make you out to be the bad guy. You want to kill cougars. You're the horrible man. Now I'm going to virtue signal because it makes me feel good. And that's what a lot of this is, people, which is really interesting. This new word that I've learned, virtue signaling, right? Wearing the cancer thing and, the new ribbon, the bumper sticker on the car, the face diaper, all of this stuff is virtue signaling. You're signaling, and in my opinion, just my opinion, the people who talk the most are the people who actually don't believe in that stuff that they talk about the most, right? If you meet someone, Hunter, and this is when I was in the church, and oh Lord Jesus, praise the Lord. Oh, the Lord is good, good time. He's good 4 o'clock, good 5 o'clock, good all day, good. Oh yes, I'm blessed, you're blessed, we're blessed, we're Jesus. Oh, Jesus this, Jesus that, Jesus that. That is the most nefarious person you've ever met in your life. That person don't let your children anywhere near them. That's someone who's constantly trying to convince you they're a good person because the reality is they are not. If you go on a date with someone and that's all they can do is talk about how great they are, you need to understand that that's probably a very nasty person. But it's virtue signaling. And unfortunately, as a society, we all do it in far too many ways. And we need to check ourselves. I'm not checking anybody who's having a discussion with Hunter. I stay out of it. I don't do drama at all. I just complain when y'all leave me out the drama, and then I get upset when y'all bring me in the drama. But, just consider that. Right? People like to say things because it makes them feel good about themselves, and they really need to be working on themselves, not putting somebody else down to try to make themselves feel better. Being a part of a tribe that wears face diapers isn't a good thing. Perhaps teaching people about sugar addiction, comorbidities, and cardiovascular disease, that's a whole. See, you're actually helping people at that point. You're not helping me in a face diaper. If I got cardiovascular disease and people are dying who have this thing that I have, because the government still takes big money from these corporations, and you tell me about that, you're protecting me. See, your face diaper doesn't protect me. Your wisdom protects me. Your understanding of nature, ecosystems, and human biology, and being poison and clotting that occurs in the heart and the lungs, that can save me. Everything else is virtue signaling BS. And that's what I think you saw, Hunter, but I won't go through the depths of it. I don't think anybody's out there. When cougars are beautiful animals until they come into each. And at that point, then, yeah, Exactly. Some Aboriginal people took just 1 or 3 plants grown from the ground. Thus, creatures as well as the ground were fed. We need more gardeners to balance the balance. And Miss Tree, I would have been gardening my whole life if I knew the joy that you get from putting a tree in the ground that grows up to be something that you can sit under and have shade. There's something. He's a little close. Have y'all heard him? He ain't no more than 200 feet away, and the fence is going to go out about 300 feet. I love rattlesnakes, but they got to stay out at the distance with the other snakes and all the other stuff. Apparently, my comment screen isn't working. Why is that, Michael Russo? Because you're edgy. You're in Facebook jail. Fishers are giant wolverine badgers. Oh, type amps. Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Yep. They use those things for prefer and stuff like. Gerard for yes, I agree. Everybody, I finally agree. Somebody said something that finally makes some sense. Gerard for president of the United States of Gerard. I said it wrong. I'm sorry. Gerard should be president of the United States of the cells that make up Gerard. Absolutely. Gerard should never be president of Olivia. Gerard should never be president of Michael. Gerard ain't got nothing to say to Jackie. Gerard ain't got nothing to say to Miss Tree. Gerard has no interest in telling Miss Sandy Season how to go, where to go, how to get there, what she can do, how she can't do it, what she got to wear, when she got to wear it. Tanya, Gerard ain't here to tell Tanya Princess how to be, who to be, when to be, why to be, where to be. Everybody has their own experiences. Everyone's having their own experience. Gerard ain't qualified to tell anybody a damn thing. Neither is Jive Bowden, Donald Trump, Aloysius, Barack Obama, and whoever else y'all want to put in it as master over us slaves. All right. Nobody, we got to get past the master-slave relationship. Damn it, Thor, I can barely, my shoes ain't even tied. Okay. I ain't got no time to tell nobody else what. Shoot, I was riding the trailer. John saw it. I didn't move the trailer. I was riding the trailer downhill with the wall. You see, y'all, did y'all get that? What happened to me? I'll show you right there. Let me see if I can see. You see the water tote? Where is it? Right there. Y'all see that big water tote right there? See, that was on my trailer. That thing full at 330 gallons weighs over a ton. All right. She wasn't full because I'm a punk. I went and filled her with water. I said, I'm only going to do 150 gallons. And I can't do math. I ended up almost with 200. So I'm like driving that thing on my crooked road and it wants to fall and stuff. So I finally got it here. And I was emptying it. And I stood on the lower part of the trailer. The water was on the top part of the trailer. Half the water was gone. So I weighed more than that. And the Livy, you know, so the seesaw thing went that. And I'm like riding down the hill on a trailer. Thorns and cactuses and javelinas and sharp stuff everywhere. I ain't got time to tell nobody what to do. You know, Deborah Shepard Willett got to figure out what's happening in her day. Let Gerard figure out how not to stand on a damn trailer and ride it downhill to his death after being ripped apart by cactuses. Nah, we got to get past the master-slave relationship. Nobody is qualified to tell anybody else what to do. All right, I'm just going to hit comments from people I can get, and then I'm going to get out of here. I got a lot of work to do. I'm wondering why you keep looking back over your shoulder. It's called a Crazy Ivan, Sandy Season. Crazy Ivan. You ever go to a club and get drunk with your friend Sandy? I don't know how old you are. Say back in the clubbing days of partying, go to a party, get drunk, having fun. Did you ever not turn around and just kind of make sure ain't no freakadeek back there, ain't no guy trying to, hey, you ever just, you know, and that's what I'm doing. Shoot, I think my booty hot and delicious. I think it's tigers and stuff back there. Cougars might want to get them some. You know, you got to protect your booty. There's juice and water and stuff in there. And them animals is thirsty. It's called a Crazy Ivan. What movie was that? Hunt for Red October. Every now and then you got to pull a Crazy Ivan. That's what I learned out here because I put my head down. I'm looking at fossils. I'm digging. I'm doing this stuff. And then, like now, y'all hear any birds, do you? Ain't no birds. When the birds get quiet, something is up. You got to learn the signs of nature. You know, when you start seeing, you know, when the birds get quiet, it's because there's a predator around. Or when they start squawking real loud, it's a predator around. It's like when people start putting on these I voted stickers. You know, bad things about to happen. Put your head down, pull a Crazy Ivan. Look around. What, they about to write some legislation? Well, you know, oh, speaking of that, that's Tanya right there. She didn't deal with these politicians. I deal with her politicians on her website. Shoot, she'll call a fraud. I give sister credit for that. She'll call a fraud. Shoot, when y'all start putting them I voted stickers on, I start turning around looking at your predator politicians and the laws that they're gonna write for me. We're gonna write a law that's gonna help. You know, you're not. No, you're not, because you're gonna get lobbied by a corporation. You're gonna write a law, name it, call it the Save Gerard Freedom Safety Act of 2011. Give them some money to grow some food, put them some greenhouses because we love Gerard Act of 2021. And I know ain't nothing about that. Dad, no, you named it that. It's all going to be about taking resources from Gerard. All right. Listen, the war on drugs was getting people addicted to drugs so you can put them in prisons. All right. Anything they label is the opposite. The war on cancer was creating an industry for cancer making chemical companies and medicine, non-medicine selling corporations. All right. Everything that they war on, they create. Literally, they make the problem. So anyway. That's why I turn around, Sandy. Crazy Ivan. I'm edgy. I'm on edge. I live in a country with Democrats and Republicans, and they always after your booty. Anyway, hurt people hurt people. Ooh, who hurt people? Don't hurt people. That's bad. Don't hurt nobody. Don't hurt nobody. Don't hurt their feelings. Don't touch nobody. Leave people alone. We are here to love each other. That's it. Don't judge nobody for the color, their contents, the skin character, none of that stuff. Just love people because they're here. Everybody's a baby, y'all. There's no good people, there's no bad people. There's no good babies, no bad babies. Everybody's born a baby. Everybody loves some babies because y'all keep having them babies, or you love to put things and things, have things put in you, whatever y'all love, but you love the baby when it come out the other side. Everybody love babies. So if all babies are good, then all people are good. What makes people that you hate is the environments they're reared in. Hang on, y'all. I see some gold. Hold on a second. Hold on a damn second. I might be rich. Hold on. What's that? Oh no, never mind. That's not gold. That's not even fool's gold. That's fool's aluminum. I forgot. It's the aluminum. Well, steel. The steel post. I was using the saw this morning to cut them, and the little shard fell right in. I'm on the lookout though. I'm on the lookout. I saw something shiny. I was about to say, that's it. This is my last live stream. I ain't made it. I'm going to go be a Rockefeller Rothschild, because that's exactly what I would do, Olivia Thor. If I ever had money and the power, I would abuse you. I'm trying to tell you, power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. If you ever make me president, if you ever crazy enough to give me power over you, I won't be no different than Jiving Bolden, Donald Trump, jiving, all the rest of them. I might even be worse, right? So don't give people power over you. That's the mistake. That's a mistake we've made in the past. We got to stop making this mistake. Nobody is qualified to dictate anything to you in your life. So I gotta wrap this up. I gotta go. I got tons of work to do. It's already hot. It's damn near 10:20. I haven't picked up the rain barrels. I still got to unload the cart that John got out of here so he didn't have to unload the $20 million worth of lumber so I can put up a little fence, because Justin Trudeau in Canada just decided to disaster capitalize during the whole pandemic, whatever that is thing that's going on, that y'all is going on in y'all's world, not in my world. I got to unload that. I got a lot of stuff to do, and it's hot. So, all right. I want to end on that. What was I saying? Yeah, about the leadership thing, right? Power corrupts people. You're an adult. You don't need anybody to tell you what to do. You're an adult. You need to drive you. And so stop supporting systems that require you be a child and other adults who they didn't got the politicians. They got C's and D's in English and math and science just with you, B's and A's, whatever. They're just like you. They put their pants on one leg at a time, except for the reptilian ones, because they only got one leg. But that's another story. They got a tail on the other side. Nobody's qualified to tell you what to do today, tomorrow, the next minute, the next minute. If we're going to have a thing called a government, it needs to be a facilitatement. It needs to facilitate resources to the people who don't have them, and that does not require them taking from people who do. And I agree with that, because we can't do a Harriet Tubman with a Star Trek transporter, right? You can't go from a Florida slave plantation to the north. You got to take steps. She had to step through all those steps. She wanted to live off grid, the slave plantation. She didn't like slavery. She wanted to get out of slavery. She started making steps towards that freedom. And that's what I'm saying in terms of stepping in the right direction. Off grid, in the right direction. If you understand that you are an adult, nobody should be leading you, stop following. Start making steps in those right directions. Anyway, it's Gerard. It's hot. I got to get going. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all to death. I am out. Time to sweat and deal with this nonsense. Bye-bye.
Break the chains that bind me, 'cause I wanna break the chains that bind you. Do you wanna set the world free, have perfect harmony? Isn't it time for that? Do you wanna free, boom, 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 free the people? Do you wanna free, boom, boom, boom? to the top. Make modern slavery stop. Do you want to let go of the prisoners? See everyone happy. We can have this and more if we open up the doors. Well, what do you think about that? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people and Mother Nature too? Close down all the zoos. Do you want to boom, 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 boom? Do you want to boom, 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 boom? Do you want to free, boom, boom, free the people? Do you want to free, boom, 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 free the people from the bottom to the top? Make modern slavery stop. Do you want to? Do you want to? Boom, 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 free the people.
After party. Dun, 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 dun. I have to do the after party real quick. I'm sorry. Can't let it slide. No, I'm not gonna let that one slide. Olivia, what did I tell people to do? Somebody tell me. You just spent the last hour telling people what to do. What did I tell people to do? Somebody tell me what I tell you to do. What I tell you to do. Where does Gerard care what anybody does with anything, when, why, where, what, who, when? Never. I never tell people what to do. And this is why I don't tell people what to do, Olivia. Because I have no idea what you should do. That's why I shouldn't be president. I believe all of this works together as an ecosystem environment. Everyone's got a different job to do, including the psychopaths. Go do what you want to do. I'm off doing what I need to do, but I never tell people what to do, because the last time I did that, someone did something and it changed their life. I will never tell people what to do again. You go do what you want to do. If you feel convicted, maybe that's the right word. If you feel convicted by anything that I said, then maybe you should act upon that. But I never tell people what to do, because no one is qualified to tell me what to do. I never qualify. That's why I don't delete people. I don't block people. I'm friends with everybody, simply because everybody has a role to play in this simulation of a creation. Go do what you want to do. I'm giving you examples of the things I've learned in my life that seem to work for me. Everything I do ain't gonna work for you. You come out here to the desert, some people gonna die, okay? I'm doing things that work for me. You do things that work for you. But how this world works is based in love. If you aren't making decisions based in love, you're going to have a lot of trouble in this world. But you ain't got to do it. That's what free will is. I believe in free will. That's what I don't believe in slavery. All right, I gotta go. Y'all have a great day. After party. Now people are like, oh, that's how you get them to stage. You get them to say something, get on them. You know, no. I'm out. Y'all have a great day. Bye. Bye. If I can hit the button.